Kill Bill story. After awakening from a 4-year coma, a former assassin wreaks vengeance on the team of assassins who betrayed her. The lead character, called the Bride, was a member of the Deadly Viper assassination squad, led by her lover Bill. Upon realizing she was pregnant with Bill's child, the Bride decided to escape her life as a killer. She fled to Texas, met a young man, who, on the day of their wedding rehearsal, was gunned down by an angry and jealous Bill, with the assistance of the Deadly Viper assassination squad. 4 years later, the Bride wakes from a coma, and discovers her baby is gone. She, then, decides to seek revenge upon the 5 people who destroyed her life and killed her baby. A young woman in El Paso, Texas, awakens after a 4-year-long coma to find her baby daughter gone and immediately swears revenge on the people that put her in this position. As her story unfolds, we learn that the mysterious woman had a really checkered past and was a member of an elite squad of assassins and highly trained in martial arts and advanced sword fighting. Her plans to get married and live a peaceful life were quickly taken away from her by her boss, known only as Bill. Bill and the remaining members of his elite squad stage an attack on her wedding, leaving no witnesses behind. The woman, known only as the Bride, heads to Pasadena, California to confront another on her list, and then to Okinawa, Japan, where she meets a highly sought-after blade maker named Hattori Hanzo. Hanzo, who had given up the craft several years ago, is reluctant to help the Bride at first, crafts her a new sword which she uses to take out her revenge. Now heading to Tokyo, the Bride sets her sight on the next member of her list, Orenishi, the head of the Japanese mafia, and her own private army who she used to carry out the attack on the Bride's wedding. Will the Bride carry out her plans and give Bill his just desserts? The Bride was the deadliest assassin of the Deadly Viper assassination squad, until the day she decided to leave the business, assume a new identity, and get married. But it was on the day of her marriage that her old friends, Orenishi, Vernita Green, Bud, and Elle Driver, not to mention her boss, Bill, find her and assassinate the entire ceremony while Bill shoots her in the head, putting her in a coma. Well, Bill and his people should have tried a little harder because, after 4 years, the Bride has awakened from her coma. The Bride is a female assassin, a trained killer who has been betrayed by the Deadly Viper assassination squad led by her former boss Bill, who gunned her down at her wedding, leaving her for dead. The Bride awakes 4 years later and she sets out to begin her quest for vengeance. With help of one of Bill's former tutors, retired sword maker Hattori Hanzo, the Bride sets out to eliminate her first 2 targets on her list, Vernita Green, who has retired from the Deadly Viper assassin squad and has a daughter, and Orenishi, who is now the kingpin of the Tokyo criminal underworld and leader of the Crazy 88 crime gang. The Bride, engaging in a roaring rampage of revenge, will not rest until every member of the Deadly Viper assassin squad is dead, and she will save Bill for last. The Deadly Viper assassination squad consists of 5 most deadly killers, led by Bill. There is Orenishi as Cottonmouth, Elle Driver as California Mountain Snake, Vernita Green as Copperhead, Bud as Sidewinder. And there is the Bride, whose name is not spoken, who wanted to quit because she was pregnant. One day, somewhere in the Texas desert, the Bride wanted to marry the love of her life. Then Bill and her former colleagues showed up and killed everyone there. But they did not do a good enough job. The Bride survives, barely, and is in a coma for 4 years. For her, not a second has consciously passed, and after she realizes all the things that have happened, the Bride decides to take revenge. First on her death list is Cottonmouth, who has become the Yakuza boss of Tokyo, Japan. Second in line is Copperhead, who chose a more decent life as well.